You have the questions, we got the answers. Let's Chicle Chat about it. Chicle? Welcome to Chicle Chat, it's your boy Chicle, and for the first time in over a year and a half, we are doing a Q&A. It's been a long time. Weeks ago, I've asked you guys to ask me any questions, whether it is from the Instagram story post, whether it was a certain message on Snapchat, Instagram, I guess I forgot to mention on TikTok, Facebook, or any questions in the comments below on any YouTube video. And yeah, so we got some good questions, and then we're just going to answer them. But before we do, just a couple announcements that we are going to be taking a break with Chicle Chat until January 2022. We are going to be revamping a couple of things, especially like with the logo. Chicle Chat needs some upgrades, and you know, trying to figure out how to have a better background, because this background right here, yeah, you guys been staring at that electric scooter for a long time, so of course you weren't paying attention. I know, that's kind of my fault. But anyway, let's just go ahead and answer questions. Make sure you guys subscribe to Chicle Productions if you are new, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. This is not supportive, this is. And with that being said, let's answer some of these questions. First question is from Jorge. What up? Oh, you know, this guy. Melissa says, how's life going? You know, it's going well. I mean, I haven't been, you know, as productive on this channel like I normally have been. You know, I'm just feeling like I'm juggling a little bit too much, and that's why we're taking a break. But things are getting a little bit better. Clark wants to know, what was your favorite audition and why? Well, this is actually over a year and a half ago when I was in New York. I was auditioning for a seasonal production called Prather's Productions. And it was a sisterhood of two different companies, one in Pennsylvania and one in, I want to say, Orlando, Florida? It might have been Miami. But let's go with Orlando, because who the heck knows. Anyway, I auditioned for a couple musicals from that program, and I made like 3 to 4 cuts. Like, I remember that my roommate Aiden and I were waiting for hours, pretty much all day long in line to audition. And I made the first cut, and then it was a dance cut, and I made it to sing again, and then made it to the final cut when I had to sing a song from Little Mermaid, which I think was one of the shows they were going to do. And I was doing Les Poissons from Chef Louis as an audition piece. And so I pretty much had to you know, get my stuff ready and stuff, and then, you know, I thought I could have done better, but, you know, they were going to hear back, because I could have been a swing or an ensemble or had a different part, and I was going to hear something back, and then COVID-19 happened, and I never got to hear anything back, so I thought, well, maybe it just didn't happen, so, but I just remembered that was my first ever professional audition in New York City, and I never got told no. So when I did other auditions at Pearl Studios in New York, I was told no, or got, you know, cut from the first cut in different auditions. And when I was cut, I didn't feel upset, because I knew that when you audition for something, you either fit in with a group or you just don't. It's just how it is, and, you know, it's totally fine. And being told no was not a bother, because NO is an abbreviation meaning next opportunity. Yesenia asked, if you could have any animal tail with its function, what would you want? It's kind of an interesting question. I actually took a little bit of a thought on that one, and I would say probably a monkey's tail. I would say that because monkeys swing on trees and they use their tails to hold on to branches, I guess. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Plus, I like monkeys too. It's like one of my top 3 favorite animals. Victoria wants to know what my favorite food is. Victoria, my favorite food is burgers. I just love burgers. I'm just a fatty, yo. Like, add the bacon, add the cheese, make it a double stack. Like, oh my gosh, I'm such a fatty when it comes to burgers, bro. You have no idea. Nina wants to know, what's your favorite memory of you and your girlfriend? I would say the trip that Rebecca and I had in Seattle almost a month ago. That was a fun trip. We got to go to the Space Needle. We went to a few parks to check out views of the city. We also, like, went out to a couple places to eat. We, like, went to a couple museums and other places. It was so much fun. The marketplace, like, there was a lot going on, and that was amazing. Susie wants to know, are you creating a career in the musical theater industry? Yes, I know that things have been different with COVID, but my goal in musical theater is right there. And yeah, whenever I feel ready to audition again, I will be out there. I just have to finish with school and, you know, save up and you know. But for now, yeah, my goal in musical theater is right there. So I know I haven't been posting much on social media, but you know, I'm still thinking about musical theater. Darby wants to know what my dream roles would be. There's a couple. I would say Tulsa from Gypsy. He has his own number, which is All I Need Is the Girl, and that just reminds me of me because I like to dance and I like to kind of paint a picture of what my, you know, fantasy would be like if I were to have my own show. There's Fiyero from Wicked, Evan Hansen from Dear Evan Hansen. It's my favorite musical, and I would love to be in some production of Dear Evan Hansen in the future. I would say Cunningham from Book of Mormon. I think he's just great comic relief. There's also Hamilton from Alexander Hamilton. What else is there? A couple people say Rooster from Annie would be a good role for me. I guess that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, those are some of the dream roles I would have, but I think the top three would be Tulsa from Gypsy, Evan Hansen from Dear Evan Hansen, and I would personally say, like, this started to grow on me, I would say Fiyero from Wicked. Victoria wants to know what was the first show that I was in. So, I guess it kind of depends what we're talking about. If we're talking about musicals, it would be 42nd Street back in 2016. But if we're talking about, like, paid shows, it would be back in 2014, which was a show in Sparks called Bang Bang, which is kind of like a dance burlesque show, but it wasn't burlesque at all because it was, like, 16 and up, and it was at the Nugget. It was the first show I ever did, and I had my first paycheck doing that, so that was pretty fun. And then if we're talking about, like, shows and local, I guess you could say, like, if dance recitals don't count, probably the Pinkerton Nutcracker back in 2012. What Pokemon would you dress up as? I don't know. Maybe, there's a Pokemon called Greninja. It's like a ninja frog, and it has, like, a scarf made out of his tongue. It's weird, but it's actually a really cool Pokemon. It's actually a powerful Pokemon. And, I think it'd be kind of cool to dress up like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could be dressed up as Greninja for Halloween next year. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Chris wants to know, when is your next show? My next show. I've been thinking about doing a production maybe next fall. I was thinking about doing a show during the springtime with the West Nevada Musical Theater Company's Joseph, because they're going to be doing Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoats in Carson City. But I decided I'm not going to do that just because I just want to get some classes out of the way, and some of the classes are scheduled during rehearsals, and that would conflict, and I just want to get my education out of the way because that's a number one priority. So I would say I won't be in another show probably until next year, but we'll see what happens during the summer. You never know. Jessica wants to know, how is Hamilton? A few weeks ago, my family and I went to Reno, and we were at the Pioneer Center, and we got to see Hamilton at the Pioneer Center. It was amazing. It was like I was at the Richard Rodgers Theater again when I saw it on Broadway. It was amazing, bro. It was amazing. Michael wants to know, what was the craziest experience while watching a Broadway show? I would say it was probably getting a ticket before seeing a Broadway show. That was the craziest experience. Because when I was in New York and I was watching shows on Broadway, I would be getting ticket after ticket after ticket. It didn't matter if it was a general rush, a lottery win, or a simple standing room or a last-minute ticket. There was always a story behind every ticket purchase. And it all started when I was entering the lottery for Diana the Musical, because this was back in March before COVID-19 happened. And I won a lottery ticket for one of the previews for Diana the Musical, and it was like a $40 ticket. I went to take the subway down to Times Square to go to the Longacre Theater to claim the ticket that I won. But unfortunately, when I arrived to the theater, one of the actresses, I don't even know if it was Princess Diana or the other girl, but I guess they didn't have enough time to get some swing or understudy to fill in that night. I don't know if it had to do something about it being previews, but they had to cancel the show, and they automatically refunded my ticket. And I'm like, hang on, I won the lottery fair and square. Can we schedule it for a different night? And so we got the chance to see it 5 days later. But after we made that purchase and we left the theater, I was very upset, and I was going around Times Square checking out different Broadway shows that I wanted to see that I haven't had a chance to see. And Six the Musical was booked. It would have been expensive anyway after spending $40. And then I went to Company Revival because it was like a gender bent revival, and that was also in previews. And so I went inside to the box office and I checked the sign and it said sold out. I was a little upset, but then the guy at the ticket booth was like, dude, we actually have a couple seats left if you want to buy a ticket. And so they had a $27 standing room, so I had a spot to stand during the musical, which is really crazy because I had no idea they were doing standing room. So I got to see Patti LuPone for $27. I can't be mad. It was actually a pretty good musical too. Like, I studied a little bit about Company before seeing it or researching it, and I really liked it as a gender bend because it was more modern, and it was actually pretty awesome. Chelsea wants to know, when are you going to start teaching again? She's mentioning that I used to be a dance teacher, and it's been a long time since I've taught dance. Well, I think with things going on right now, I just, I don't know, like, I want to teach dance again. The problem is I just haven't came up with anything creative at the moment. And I also kind of feel like things have been kind of rough lately, that I've been focusing too much on work and school and the show that I just recently had, and I felt like it would have conflicted with the times that I could have taught classes. And, I just kind of felt like there was a lot going on, especially with the beginning of the pandemic. Like, I know that, like, things are starting to get back to normal now, but, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's happening, right? And so you never know if I decide to go back to New York again or if I decided to stay here for the rest of my life. And if that's the case, then I would love to get a chance to teach at a couple dance studios again, because teaching dance is one of my biggest joys in life, and I just love teaching kids how to dance. So I would love to teach again. I just think that now is not the good time, because I think I need to take care of myself and take care of other priorities, mainly my education and my health. And guys, that was the Q&A. Thank you guys so much for asking the questions. And if you guys, again, did not ask a question, but you really want to, you can always just submit a question by leaving a question down in the comments below. You can message me on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. You can leave a snap on Snapshot or Snapchat. Why did I say Snapshot? I guess I haven't been using Snapchat in a long time, so that's probably why. Any social media, if you guys follow me, or if you want to personally message me your questions, I will be happy to answer them in another Q&A. I think probably in the spring we'll probably do another Q&A. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. And again, we'll be right back on Chicle Chat around January. We got some videos planned out, and, we're trying to come up with some new stuff happening. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Chicle for real, or you can follow the Chicle Productions account, which is at Chicle Productions, and you guys can be alert about any details on Chicle Productions YouTube channel. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.